Hey, good evening. Welcome back to my channel, the underrated darkest, your truth, the underrated one, the number one writer, Chef JT, not just chefing in the kitchen. I'm chefing up information. I just finished doing a live not too long ago in our community where the OGs and elders when I needed and others. We're talking about the older men need to step up. So that's in downloading right now, unloading right, downloading right, unloading right now. But now we wanna now black people, we should learn from the examples, the Garden of Eden and Lot's wife. So we're gonna wait for some more people to come through. All right. So black people, we should learn from the examples, the Garden of Eden, Lot's wife. I explain. So we'll wait for some more people to come in. Excuse me. And I'll be right back. I'll be right back in a few seconds. Hey, I'm back. I'm back. Well, okay, welcome to my channel, Underrated Darkness. Go through the underrated one, the number one grinder, Chef JT, not just chefing in the kitchen. I'll be chefing up information. Respect my existence, respect the underrated one family existence, respect the LDBC existence, that stands for Lions Day Boxing Community. That's what I roll with. And on the ticket says, come enjoy real conversation with the underrated one, us as the righteous ones individually. Let's make a change within ourselves and genuine being there for each other. Be there for each other. We all we got. That's very important. We all we got, man. So I'm gonna this. I do got a cash app. It's $ capital JT 53000. We'll wait for some more people to come through. I didn't know I was mute. I'm sorry. What's going on, Tom Malone? Thanks for coming. Thanks for being on the panel earlier. Very much appreciate. I want you to go check out Tom Malone. He got some stuff talking about um health and stuff. So we need to hear more about that. And thank you. Thanks for everything. We able some more people to come on. So yeah, we're gonna give it like we're gonna give it at least about 1 more minute. Then I gotta get going because it's pushing 8. I thought sometimes YouTube, come through and everything. So we're gonna do it that. If you can hear me, Tom Malone, press 1. If you can hear me, press 1. All right, cool. All right, we're gonna get going here. The title is Black People. We should learn from the examples, Garden of Eden, and Lot's wife. I explain. Now, why I create this is because there are quite a few no good people, no good in our community. Now I'm talking about the Garden of Eden first. Now, if we know about Garden of Eden in the Bible, I just want people to work with me here, so people just fill up in here. They also think God had granted them, Adam and Eve, perfect life, and He tell them don't eat from this tree. Come to find out, they listened to the serpent, that's Satan, the devil, and they end up eating it, and they became imperfect. And the rest, Jesus, thousands of years later, Jesus Christ, Adam and Eve, they lived like, I think, was 900 something years, but they came from the ground, so they got purged back in the ground, and so we ain't gonna get into that. But what happened? They ate from the tree that they are supposed to. Just as some of our people, what is they doing? They eating from the modern Garden of Eden. And this is this system of things, worldly things. Some of our people like to be in drama. That means you got sexism, you got feminists, you got violators of men and women, you got adultery, got people killing each other. But we're gonna stick to our people. Jealousy, William Byrd. Okay, glad you home, brother. Glad you home. Then we got you got our people. We commit crime each other, slander. They slander each other name, slander each other existence. See, everything, the things that I just say so far, they're eating from the modern Garden of Eden. That's the devil's fruit. And these the fruit that I'm talking about, these are worldly things. See, we have to understand that when I said this before, but I'm gonna put it in a different, form. When we consumed in worldly things first, things is not gonna happen to us good in our life. And it triggered down to our family. We don't live a happy life. Now, there's going to be some people saying that, hey, I'm working this and that, but that don't make a difference. That's why the brotherhood of our people is not together. That means the marriages is not good. Marriages is not together. The relationships is all time low. Even between the relationship between the black man and the black woman is all time low. Because our priorities is not being straight out that it should. It's not being in order that they should. Because we are partaking of the modern Garden of Eden. We're not healthy as we should. Now, there's something that could be debated. Yeah, that could be debatable. But, our mindset is not healthy as it should. That's when we break it down. That's why our ways it's like here and there. So when we think of the things that some of us is still doing, is not being focused to change, we have to understand there are thorns that's going to grow. There are things that Satan the devil is going to really put in the way so we could be on that side. And he's going to make it so beautiful when he gets you, it's done. See, when you eat from the modern Garden of Eden, it teaches us we don't need to work on the things that strive to be better. We're gonna be stagnant to do the wrong things so we could go deeper and deeper where we are right now. And you got a quiet fielder want to pass the buck too. Oh, I did this, but it's that person fault. Yeah, that's part of eating not the modern Garden of Eden. Pass the buck. See, instead of take charge in our life within God's purpose, and to understand that it's a harder road to be on that narrow road to do what's right, we end up being the border. Now, I'll talk about that in the past too. So that means that we have to be disciplined. We have to really be disciplined to be in righteousness, to stay in righteousness. And it's hard because we're imperfect. That is true. But it should be a line should be drawn that I want to strive to be better. I'm tired of being the bottom. I'm tired to see what's next going to happen. It's not going to happen to me. I want to be in the light. Because see, if you be in the dim light, you can't really see what's going on. But when you in light, you can see what's going on. So when we avoid of the modern Garden of Eden ways, we always going to be in the light. We always going to see how it is. Because what's matter right now is what you see. But see, when you dimmed, you cannot see what's the matter because it's dim and you don't know how to tell it. Now, there are some people say, well, but underrated. You know, when you talk about the Garden of Eden, what you talking about? I'm talking about the system of things that Satan had put upon us. I'm talking about it could be Hollywood, it could be these churches, it could be everything that Satan had grant us. That his that's his tree. And also, the devil has caused harm of good people that commit suicide. They take their life. They take their life, or sometimes they like getting taken for for nothing. Death, sickness, ones on disability that I talk about that we be told, and RE 666 has talked about on the live that I did earlier. All this that now some of it deliberately they doing, they eating for the God eating. And they breathe in it too. They wants to be in it. But see, these are the ones that they have to go. Because the devil had put his clamp and put his grip on some of us so much that we willing to give in. And he is disguising what a bondage that he can give us. But see, if we're willing to be in the light, we can see through that and we can turn against it. See, when we go to our outside and but we go to social media, we go talk about YouTube. There are some of our people fail to understand. They don't want to listen. They don't want to see the light. So there are spaces that within the light has been vanished or been violated because you got some people, they part of this greed, jealousy, envy, because they want the spot. But what they fail to understand, it ain't all about gaining the spot. It's all about building up each other. And I'm talking about black men now. So if they're continually repeating this, and repeating this, and the problem start to grow, and grow, there's no intervene to stop it, and it got too much. Like you could blow a balloon up too much. One way or the other, it's going to pop. And what we seeing of the man's space, it popped, and the air oozed out. But some of the black men that caused this space to pop, they are part of that evil air that oozing out. Let me repeat it again. When they finally popped, the brothers that have violated the space, that air comes out. That's what they want. They want to cause turmoil, confusion, you name it. Then you add on the women, that some of the toxic women with it, they don't care because they have their own agenda. Yeah, remember, I'm talking about greed now. Just work with me. All that works in one, but why the positive sanity of our space, little by little, is going. But see, the brothers that is part of destroying the black man's space, that they feel, okay, I don't know what I did. I'm finished. No, the devil ain't finished with you. James Kales, what's good? Thanks for coming, brother. Appreciate you. When that air, because you understand, the devil got you now. He gonna play puppet on you. Hey, I grant you this. You destroy the sanity of the black man's space. But you gotta do something for me, man. What do you mean? You gotta keep this going. And what happened, then the devil is going to switch his ways into these women now, because now these men is going to be exposed, and hey, they're going to be exposed soon. You just got to watch and see. Like I said before, it's going to be hot winter. Hot winter is coming. Yes. And they're going to be exposed. The devil going to cause confusion. The Pharisees is going to be forming. They're going to fight among each other. And at the same time, their space is going to be violated. It's already violated already, but it's going to really be violated, and it's going to be some casualties. Now, I ain't talking about dying and stuff like that. I'm talking about emotional casualty. Your rep casualty. That's what I'm coming from. Sugar Delight, thanks for coming. Boom, boom, boom. Thanks for coming, beautiful. Appreciate you. Want you to go something. Sugar Delights. Can you let me know how Tina is, please? Appreciate that. All right, let me get back into my bag here. because I'm going to hit you. I'm going to go into Lot's wife. Yeah. So after all this going, Satan already got that space going that belong to us as righteous people. But like I said, we can still save it if we want to. But I mean, I believe that we're gonna be all right. But now, so that's oh yeah, I gotta say a few more things. I forgot. But see, we have to understand one thing, that the modern Garden of Eden, right? The only way that the modern Garden of Eden, the modern Garden of Eden is going to be destroyed, it has to be the righteous ones. Like me, shook the light. Back to the basics. Thanks for coming. Tone Malone, William, it's gotta be up to us. But we gotta be in God's direction to cut it down, to burn it up. And we gotta take the root from it. When I'm talking about we gotta take the root, that means we gotta take the basic beginning, how it started. Now we can go back in thousands of history, thousands of history, and also talk about our people, talk about the Arabs that enslaved us first, and then the whites, they took it to the next level, and other races too. So we got to go for the root and stuff like that, because if you think about it, they are making money off us too. They have enslaved us to a certain extent too globally. You look at Africa, you look at certain places around the world that have our DNA on it, right? You still had all nationalities still enslave us in certain ways. Now, people don't like when I talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Look at Israel. Israel robbed that land from the Philistines back in 1948, and then all of a sudden, the United States had paid Israel. You'd pay Israel for $2.5 million since 1948. But these are the same ones that enslaved us too. Now, there are some people talk about but when the Philistines, they come here, they don't respect us. You are absolutely right. They don't. They don't. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get into that because I'm gonna give some examples. Hey, stand right there, sugar. Stand right there, sugar. I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get ready to finish up Lot's wife. The examples of Lot's wife. Now, that deals with our people. So we have to understand the only way we gonna dig up the root and get rid of modern Garden of Eden. It might blood. Well, I can tell you, the blood has to be shed. We have to be willing to die, because this devil ain't gonna give up. But we're gonna know. Well, we already know that the devil's day is coming. So that's for that. I'll explain it. Of the modern Garden of Eden. Gotta stay away from that, family. I know we gotta deal with it one way or other, but we cannot get in deep with that. Okay. I did modern Garden of Eden. Everybody came. Thank you so much for coming. Very much appreciated. Now we're going to get in Lot's wife. Now, as Sugar Delight talking about Lot's wife, she got killed by a pillar of salt. Now I'll tell a little story. God tell Lot and his wife and family to get outside of Gomorrah. He's gonna destroy it because there was a lot of corruption, prostitution in there, and he said he gonna destroy it. A pillar of salt, and he told Lot, do not look back, keep straight ahead. And the kids did not look. Lot and his kids did look straight ahead, and Lot's wife turned around, worried about the riches, and she got killed a pillar of salt. Right? Now, my Cash App is $sign capital JT53000. PayPal is paypal.me, all in capitals, JT Black 53. Sunday. Now, why this is prevalent to our people today? Because we still got people, some of our people, they still want to look back. They still want the worldly things. And instead they build a pillar of salt. They be under denial of the pillar of salt mindset. They instead still they don't want to change. So they be the pillar of salt mindset and ways. The only way they know is one way. Because when you transform yourself, you are going to transform in a good way. So that means that you have to break the cycle to do what's right. So you have to go into the dark. You have to break through of the wicked. You have to break through of the pillar also. And we see like quite a few feminists, alternative mindset, and lifestyle. We see a lot of bad things. But see how the devil had got them. He tell them that this is your right, but in God's eyes it's not. So that's why they had the pillar of salt mindset, because the devil had put his devil wicked clay in their ways. So the only they know is wicked. Only they just know is one way, is serving him. They took on Lot's wife ways. You've seen it throughout outside, even through social media, and especially on YouTube. They willing to break up the mindset of Lot's wife. Want to be very, very nosy what's going on, but instead to look ahead and do what's right, to strive better. See, we still, some of our people, oh, how you feel, Trish? How you doing? I want you to go sub the Back to the Basics, Sugar, Trisha, Sunday, James Kells, William, and Tom Malone. I want y'all to sub each other, all right? And participate. And wherever you're coming, hit the like button. Please hit the like button and share. If you could donate, feel free. You can see the ticket. You can see it flash right on the screen. If you could donate, that'd be very much appreciated. But hit the like button and please share. See, some of our people, we still want to look back as just as Lot's wife. We figured that we are losing out of the worldly riches. We are still losing out of things that is not going to be benefit to us in the long run, because the devil want us to have that mindset for, oh, it's going to be long term, but these things is not long term. These things are short term. Thank you very much, Trish. Appreciate that. That's why we stubborn to change, because we took on Lot's wife ways and the pillar of salt mindset. Because when they turn her pillar of salt, she can't go nowhere. That's what the devil wants from us. When he got us in the hospital, his spell, he don't want us to go nowhere. But God had to make an example out of her, because he paid a hefty price. So if we not willing to change within our, we're gonna pay a hefty price one way or the other, sooner or later. I don't care if you a man or woman, you gonna pay a price. So the ones that is still worshiping in the devil ways and stuff like that, we have to understand they don't want to change. And I'm gonna keep on saying it again. All right, Jay, cuz that mindset is wicked. That mindset is not working. It's full of stone. Instead of we working God's ways and let us motivate us, the devil do, but it's contrary of the devil. The devil do not want it, because everything from us is full of stone. He don't want us to go. He just want us to go in his degrees, and that's it. Because after that, he gonna throw us away. Why do you think if we see throughout YouTube, they are the same people make the same mistakes? Because they're not willing to change. Or they are even some that wants to change, they're not giving the right guidance too. So I got to say that too. And it's true. Because one way or the other, if they keep on treating people bad and everything in their own way, they're gonna be a pillar of salt too. But it's gonna be a different way of pillar of salt. It's gonna be certain things that God gonna let you know. So what we have to understand, that when we treat people bad, when we disrespect another person in a wicked way, rest for sure, we will go get dealt with. So we have to learn to do whatever we can So we won't be an example of Lot's wife. We have to understand that we got to constantly be like Lot. Keep on focus. Do whatever he can to be in righteousness within God's arrangement. Like him and his kids do. And I'm not talking about as a biblical, I'm just talking about for us as people. We have to learn from Lot. This is bad for right here, and this is good. I'm telling you to leave from here and do it. And I grant you. And that's what Lot did. He left Sodom and Gomorrah. And also we could throw in Sodom and Gomorrah with the modern. This is we live in a modern Sodom and Gomorrah too. Like I said, the modern Garden of Eden, we eating the fruit. We want to be around it and everything. We are taking the devil's fruit, the devil's food in the Garden of Eden. But Sodom and Gomorrah, that's where we live at now. We like the association to be around with the people of Sodom, modern Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm talking about the ones that are different nationalities that keep on say that they superior us as people, as black people globally. See, they got that Sodom and Gomorrah mindset too. They're all about destruction for a very long time. And there's quite a few of us as righteous. We are leaving through that. We leaving out Sodom and Gomorrah because we do not want to be destroyed. We want to live in a better place. We want to, despite how it is and everything, we just want a fair shot to try to be better. So you got thieves stick up everything that goes with it. That's part of Sodom and Gomorrah. That's modern Sodom and Gomorrah. And their ways is oozing right in social media. You got men and women, like I said, in the Sodom and God of Martyr God of Eden. Also, we can talk about Sodom and Gomorrah. They are very, very greedy of money. They want to keep on take. We see it. We see it in Congress. We see it in the businessmen and women. Majority was worth millions, and some of them worth billions of dollars. Yeah, not gonna be here that long. Oh man, again, thanks for coming, sweetie. Miss you. Glad that you here. So we gotta understand all that plays hand in hand. I talk about the modern Garden of Eden, Lot's wife, and Sodom and Gomorrah. But get back to Lot's wife. If you notice, if you see like Kanye West and a few others. They are demons. They are demonic people. They like the riches, as I said a few minutes ago. See, they got that Lot's wife mindset too. They do. Because they turn back and want those riches. And then you know about them Kardashian women. They witches. They wicked. They demonic. And the ones, the black one, the ones they was, see, they did not lead them and keep on going to righteousness. They turn their head and they fall right into their spell. And they become trans. Lot's wife mindset. Look at Lamar Odom. Almost died. Oh, the hands up, one of Kardashian. I forgot. I think it's Kim Kardashian, I think. Demons. Pharisees. He turned back. Lot's wife mindset and ways. Almost kill him. And we see time and time again that a lot of our heroes and some of our heroes and our celebrities, they are turning their heads instead of look forward and keep it going to walk into righteousness. Because, you know, go back to the Garden of Eden, the Garden of Eden, they want to bear that fruit. Because the modern Garden of Eden, that tree, and I'm talking about the system of things, is very enticing. Oh, it's very enticing. If we do not talk, when I talk about well-rounded warriors, when we not armored from head to toe, excuse me. So when we armor up, we see things clearly. Highly weird. Sodom and Gomorrah. Making money, drinking wine, get coked up, drugged up. Because after they finish, they throw you away. Just as the people, just like a Sodom and Gomorrah in ancient times. What do you think they do on us on social media, especially YouTube? They are sending people to destroy us. And I'm talking to a black man now. They are sending us to destroy us, and we don't have the bones. We don't have the righteous ways and the righteous the righteous ways to stand up against it. And that's when our masculinity comes into that. Then they have their wicked whisper. You don't be with this person because I don't like that person. I don't get along with the person. Oh, why? Because I don't like this person. You talk to me, and you go here and just so they dictate. They're trying to dictate. That's what the devil do. He's a wicked dictator. And the people of Sodom and Gomorrah, they was bad people. They was busted dictators. But the devil wasn't going to destroy them. Because you know why? Because they was working in his favor. But the few that represent God, that again they left from Sodom and Gomorrah, it goes to show that Lot's wife, her heart was never really was in leaving with her husband and her kids. She put the riches ahead of God and also the family, worldly riches. Because we have to understand this too. It just popped into my mind that some of our people, we go after these riches, worldly riches, that had nothing to do for us to be positive and understand and represent God. Now, the ones don't believe in God, hey, that's your problem. That's your problem. No problem. So what we have to do now, us as a people, we got to take a stronger guard. We got to take a stronger, righteous way, righteous stand, to see for some of our people for who they are. And majority of them is working through other stints. So they become the majority. That's what the devil wants. We are the minority. So we really have to stand fast. We really have to be within ourselves. That it can happen to them, it can happen to us. If we say that we love each other, we should be there for each other no matter what. Now, if I'm getting off the subject, just work with me. I'll get back on you. You get what I'm saying. Just stay with me. Just stay with me, family. Just stay with me. Thank you. Because see, there are some in social media, even on YouTube, they be saying, yeah, they stating what's going on. That's facts. Yeah, they saying what's wrong and everything. Yes, that's it. But they only want to stay informed with some. Not all. See, that's not God's ways. Now, what I'm saying, what I would say this: if there's anybody that act differently from God and they work within the devil, yeah, you got to find out for yourself, and then you cannot be around. So I'm just saying that do your own investigation. That's true. But see, like I said before in my other live that I did not too long ago, they don't want to open up the fruits, open up the goodness. They want to keep the goodness within themselves instead to expand to others that sorely need it. Greed. See, people fail to understand this. Greed is not just money. I'm not talking about money. When I'm talking about greed, I'm talking about abundance of ourselves. I'm talking about personality, etc. Because we feel the ones that we with, I like he and she how to talk. I like the way they present. Now, the ones they presented, they put it out there doing a great job. And I'm not talking about y'all. I'm not talking about y'all. But there are some, they see them as gods. They see them as pastors. And long as they part of the congregation, it's fine. But as for me, I ain't underrated to the grinder. I don't work that way. I'm my own man. But I know I believe in God, and I gotta do whatever I can to work within his ways. And I'm imperfect. Yes, you know, the devil had a hold all of us and everything, and we got shake it and keep it going. There's no doubt about that. But see, we have to understand one thing. We got this social media congregation. They only just let selected ones come in. They keep the money within themselves instead of spanning out to others that are doing goodness. But see, they figure I'm doing in accordance of God's ways. No, no, you're not. You fall right in the trap of the devil. The good news don't supposed to be regional. The good news supposed to be preached to all, supposed to show to all. Now it's going to be some, why you complain about this? Why? It ain't all about complaining. Like I said, but this visual never lie. Turn on your authentic listen. I know you heard that before because I bring it up at times when I do different lives and videos. So they actually let other people know from outside that whatever you do is not good enough. We got to check you out the door to make sure that you qualify to be our social media congregation. Again, anybody they want to check out if it's bad and stuff, yeah, you need to check out like that. Right. I totally agree. But we should never bypass the one that are trying to pull out the truth. And I'm not just talking about donations. I'm talking about people that are willing to talk up against this system of things. See what they fail to understand. Number one, you eating out of the modern garden of eating fruit. You eating their fruit. Then after that, you know the congregation once one day they're gonna be within corruption and all the nastiness out there. So you take on the mindset of Lot's wife because you just want to turn your head and see what you can get into instead of walk straight in doing the righteous thing. So instead of the church be God's house, it became Sodom and Gomorrah house. Let me say it again. Instead of the church or whatever, because instead of being God's house, it becomes Sodom and Gomorrah house. And the one that control it again, Satan and his demons, better known as the Pharisees. So when you got the rest of us that is striving is the truth. You got some people call they on family because they want what we want. No, that's not even it. All we just saying is this, that you got to acknowledge the one that is preaching the truth. So I can actually say y'all want to keep all the family to yourselves. Black man and black woman. Does it discriminate? Like I said, I'll say it again. Y'all going to get this work. I'm not going to be here that long because I know people got things to do and I don't want to keep you out. And I want to thank ones that came in here and appreciate it and stuff. If you could donate, please do. That'd be greatly appreciated. Hit the like button and share the live out. Oh, thanks, Trish, for sharing the live out. Thank you so much. But see, they feel that there's nothing going to happen to them because they figure I'm doing the right thing. But you're not. When you withhold a famine to others, as God's Son Jesus Christ, he had told the apostles, you got to give it out to all, not some. You got to give it to all, not some. Thank you, Amanda. Beautiful. Thank you. Corey Boyd, what's good, homie? Thanks for coming. Thank you. Appreciate that, sweetie. That's my day one right there. Day one. Yeah. Back to yeah. But see, they fail to understand that they working within the devil's plan. Sooner or later, they gonna take it away from you. And you want to run back to the righteous. No. Because you have not learned. For the ones that falls in for the I said, because you fail, because you running to the spell of modern Garden of Eden, modern Sodom and Gomorrah, the one Sodom and Gomorrah, and y'all take on the ways of Lot's wife. So us as righteous in here and also outside, we got to understand we got our work cut out for us. But I can say this, stay for who you are and always strive to be better. No matter what. What you're doing right now is the truth. Ain't that many people gonna see for what it is. But we're gonna be all right because we are on the narrow road to righteousness. The ones that I just talk about, they on a broader road. They don't know what they doing. There's no discipline. There's nothing. And we should never reach out to, because I said, let me say this. There's nothing wrong to be noticed. You should be noticed. God demands that. We should be known to do what's right. But when it gets to a certain thing that we need to be noticed and everything, and we are not willing to be humble with kindness, that is the problem. And we have to be genuine within our minds, incorporated, manifested to our soul. And whatever we have to give to others that sorely need. So when you do your content, if it's true, of course you want to get a knowledge, don't over here and there. If it doesn't happen, don't worry about it. I ain't gonna say the word, that's wrong. But don't let it get to you. I say it like that. Right? Because sooner or later, the greater gift is going to come. The spiritual abundance with the other abundance that God is going to give us within his arrangement to keep us satisfied, to keep us going. And I don't want to be about, like I said, I'm preaching and stuff, passing noise. No. I just want us to understand that we are dealing with demonic spirits. We are dealing with the devil. And he had put some of our people as demon Pharisees. And brothers, black men, we have to understand that they are using some of our men to corrupt the positive that we trying to impact each of us as brothers. And same thing as women, black women too. Because you're not out of this either. So they're going to camouflage it. But as long as we stay within God, the light, and even the cultural light that that our ancestors, I'm talking about the famous and not so famous, has given us, we would be all right. But we have to have examples of that, and we have to believe in that example. We're here for a fight, family. And we have to understand. Thank you, She Stay Sleep. That's my brother right there. That's my day one brother right there. That's family right there. Shout out to She Stay Sleep. Anybody don't new here, I want you to go sub to everybody in here. great channels, even including Sheet Stay Sleep TV. See, we have to understand, family. An average black man, an average black woman, if they not willing to see others as genuine, important, those are not the ones to be around, because they're all about being around greed. They want to put brother or sister as a god. They worship him or her. Now, I could talk about Noah's Ark, what got something to do with our people. Like Noah's Ark, God gave him time to build it. And so so he could put the animals in there, because he said it's going to be a flood. Now, I would say this too. Like you'll see me when I say a little while ago, I said it's going to be a hot winter. It's going to be a time, family, that God going to give us a sign. And I'm talking about social media, to get away from these people. And he going to tell us to be in a certain place. Are we willing to listen to him so we can follow what's going on, not turn it back as Lot's wife did, but to go somewhere to be in peace? So God, through his spiritual meaning, clear out what the devil has caused. Trust me. It's going to be a hot winter. So also we could learn what I just said of Noah's Ark. This is going to be a modern Noah's Ark, but this is going to be different. This is going to be totally different, because you're going to see how many people of our eyes going to drop. And what God's going to let us know, he just going to clean them up. They're going to be out of here. You're not going to see him no more. Hot winter is coming. That's going to be our modern Noah's Ark. But the ark, what I'm talking about, we're going to be in righteousness. We're going to be still. We're going to see it. We're going to stay on the righteous form that we belong. And I could tell you right now, I'm not a pastor or nothing, but I could tell you what, there is no mistake in this chat right now. It's none but righteous people in here that strive to be righteous, even though each of us is imperfect. There is no mistake about it. Thanks for coming back, PNP. There's no mistake about it. People could talk about, oh, it's old. Oh, Honoré, you crazy. Oh, this and that. All of this is going to be at the prophecy real soon. I can tell you one thing. I usually talk things into existence. So I would tell the ones in our sector of YouTube, You talk a good game. You say things right. But I would say this. If you're not willing to expand your goodness to other ones, you're going to pay for it. You cannot hold the riches all to yourself and to others. You cannot worship man or woman. That is against God's purpose. So the ones that is talking lately, you better straighten out too. You cannot talk about other people that doing what's bad, but you are not relinquish what you have to share that the ones don't know. That even you know deep down inside that person is coming with the righteousness. Because when you work within God arrangement, let me say it again. When you work in God arrangement, there's no such thing VIP. It's all about you going to do it or you're not going to do it. So if you're not willing to share to the other ones that are part of God's creation, you got to answer to God for that. It's going to be certain things going to be changing your life that you don't think is supposed to change. God gonna make a way to give some of what you have to others that sorely need it. Can't get mad because you put worldly riches first instead of God and the ones that created, and that's all of us. And the ones that in the chat, I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about the ones outside that hear the grind of voice. If you're not willing to share, if you're not willing to be with the ones, if you're not willing to broaden your ways to help others, you're going to pay for it. And it ain't going to be sweet either. It's going to be gully ugly. Then you're going to see hot winter is coming. And the wrath of God is going to be real. See, when you're righteous, you're not supposed to chase the riches. You're supposed to believe in God. You're supposed to work within God's arrangement. You're supposed to walk according to God's ways. Do we slip up? Yes, he do. As long as you pray and you show forgiveness, God gonna be right there. Shout out to Old Reliable. He lost his nephew. And so our condolences to the brother. So when you hear She Stay Sleep, when you hear Trisha, when you hear Back to the Basics, when you hear Amanda, when you hear others in the chat, that's righteousness right there. I'm sorry. I need to put myself. I'm sorry. I always don't put myself because you know because you know what? Because I'm a team player. I'm a messenger for the goodness of God's purpose, for the goodness of our people. I am a leader. Yes, I am. But see, when you do righteous work, you are a team player. You part of God's family. And he don't care how much riches you have. He don't care if you were worth millions of dollars to a million or even $1. He loves you. God loves you where you are right now. You put in first, he gonna make sure he gonna take good care of you. He don't care. And that's what some of our fools, some of the black men, and some of the black will fail to understand this. You can have all the knowledge in the world. You can have all the data in the world. But if you're not willing to help the ones that is really needed, who cares? Thank you, She Stay Sleep, as always, but I appreciate that. Big bro's trying, man. I'm there for you, brother, younger brother, and Tone. I'm trying. I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. I know that a lot of older brothers not being there for y'all. Trust me. I know. I haven't got no sleep last night thinking about that. How our older brothers turn their back on our younger brothers because they searching for glory days. And then when they faz up, when they tell them how they really feel, I can't get mad at them. Because you left them aside. You treat them as a parasite. You treat them not as a human being. And I know that's going to be fun. I love y'all, man. I love your brothers, man. Fuck that, man. And I don't care what people think about me. That's agape right there. Agape, man. Agape is love, yo. It's in the Bible, man. Agape, man. I love your brothers, man. I love our people, man. I love our culture, man. I'm not new to this. I'll be building up my purpose since the late 70s as a preteen. Y'all already know what went down with me. I'm here. Trust me. It wasn't all that easy for me in my life. I fall short like everybody else. But I have to understand, I have to get them keep on walking. I got to understand that it ain't all about me. It's about others. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. See, I told somebody I forgot to. See, the extra one I was telling you about that my son died in her stomach 4.5 months old back in 2009, 11 years ago. I just found out that she passed away not too long ago. Maybe after about 2 weeks. And it shook me. You know? And it brings a broadened perspective that We still got to push harder. You know, her mother died on her birthday. And after that few weeks, she died. Now, people say, why you care? That's just your exit. That's not the point. She part of God's creation. Her mother is part of God's creation. Sometimes you gotta let certain things go. They're part of God's creation. If I'm all around, just work with me. I get back. I get back to it. Don't worry. So every time I come and do this, it's a purpose. And it be at times, even she could tell you, yo, big bro, man, you don't have to do that, man. You know, people could wait for that, get better. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes we go at it sometimes, man. Come on, bro. You know what bro, I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm a Gemini, I'm stubborn, so but I know he loved me in his own way. I suffer a whole lot since last August. And I have to give myself to do whatever I can to help. Because doing this, it helps me too. By seeing y'all, I don't care if I have like 1 or 2 or 5 right now. It helps me. It let me know that in my own way, I'm doing God's work. If I have to give myself to help somebody, it's okay. That's why I'm the underrated one. It doesn't mean that I down myself. Nah, but it is what it is. If anything that y'all can learn from me, that I don't give up. But for us as brothers, late great Curtis Mayfield made this song, "We People Darker Than Blue." I want you to go hear that. That's back of his first solo named Curtis. Classy album. I think it's with platinum. I think they'll platinum something like that. But that was his first solo. You know, that's the same Curtis Mayfield. Laker Curtis Mayfield made a soundtrack of Superfly. He made a soundtrack Claudine. That's Superfly 72, Claudine 74. I think Shore Eyes, something I think 70, 70, 75, something like that. And I know he did like 3 or 4 something like that. But my point is just that we still got this colorism of our people. There are some that is light skinned, they still better than dark skinned, but what he talking about, we genociding ourselves, we killing ourselves. But I want y'all to hear that song because that song is about a little over 6 minutes and 18 seconds, something like that. But I want y'all to hear that. And I want you to pay attention what he's saying this back in 1970. And the sad thing about it, we got worse. But I can say this, that with us as righteous people, we still got a fighting chance. So on behalf of my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Wow. The Underrated One. #1 grinder. Chef JT, not just chefing in the kitchen. We chef information. They're the ones that I lost. I'm still fighting for y'all. I'm still fighting for the righteous ones in this chat. Okay, go ahead, bro. Do your thing. Go ahead, do your thing. I'll be over there in a few. I want you to go support She Stay Sleep too, please. I'm fighting, mommy. I'm fighting, my brother Lamar. I'm fighting, little JT. I'm fighting, Lady T. I'm fighting. Yeah. Reliable, man. Yeah. Fight for them family too, man. Gotta get that, yo. Just keep on fighting, y'all. That's all I can say, man. Keep on fighting. Keep on fighting. One way or the other, we will prevail. And one day when that hot winter will be there, we're gonna be looking at them. We did the work. You took the short end of the stick and you lost. Welcome to Satan, the devil abyss. Thanks again. I appreciate you. Stay sleep. On behalf of my channel, Unrated Darkness, your truth, Unrated One, the #1 grinder. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Go to She Stay Sleep. Let's get some more nourishment. I'll be there in a few. Love y'all. Woo. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. You helped me a lot. But yeah, we trying. We gonna get it. We gonna get it. But this one is Ghost.